was one of those hot, southern, sticky days where you can look down at the cement and see little rings, little waves coming up in the pavement, the heat literally vibrating from the pavement. And we were hot and we were thirsty. And there was a little store on the corner, a store that we had gone in many times. And so someone decided that Jonathan, Father Morris Rowe, Joyce Bailey, and myself, that we should go and get the sodas for the group. And so we started over to get the sodas. And for a moment we hesitated, but we continued and got to the door, and there was Tom Coleman standing there with a shotgun, threatening, first of all, "Bitch, I'll blow your brains out," because I was in front, and Jonathan was behind me. And things happened so fast. The next thing I know, there was a pull, and I fell back, and the next thing, and there was a shotgun blast, and then another shotgun blast, and I heard Father Morris Rowe moaning for water, and I thought to myself, this is what dead is. I'm dead. This is what it feels like to be dead. For a moment, I thought I was dead. And Joyce Bailey had run over to the side of the store where there was an old abandoned car. And I don't know how she knew I wasn't dead, but she started saying, "Ruby, Ruby, Ruby," calling my name. And somewhere in my consciousness, I could hear her. So I got up and I crawled on my knees over to that over to that car, and we started running. And by that time, Tom Coleman realized that we were running, and he was screaming, and people scattered. Just ran for their lives because they didn't know what this meant. Maybe the Ku Klux Klan. So people scattered, and we tried to knock on doors to get in, and nobody would let us in. People were so terrified. And so we set out to walk back to the Freedom House. When we finally made a connection, and Stokely and those came into town, and Silas Norman, who was the project director of Selma SNCC, they went to look for Jonathan's body and had been removed, and the streets had been swept clean, and you could not tell that a murder had just taken place there.